Good morning. We have been discussing matrics and their final examinations, so I would just like to come on here and just explain how the results work. Regardless of how your trial exam results look, don't be fooled. Because the final examination holds so much weight, I have seen in so many cases children go and do their final examinations where they walk in with an A average and they walk out with a C or a D, having failed some subjects. The inverse, I have seen kids who have failed the entire year. They have not passed a single term. And they get to the end of their final examinations and they pass reasonably well. Now, why is that? So there is something that you need to understand. It is called a weighted average. Now, this is pure mathematics. Every single education system uses this at universities, at schools, it does not matter. A weighted average is where you have multiple components, but each of those components only count a certain amount out of the total. At a school level, in grade 10, 11, 12, the entire year's mark is out of 400. So every single component that you do has to comprise out of 400, has to equal 400. Where the final examination is 300 marks out of the 400. So this means that every single other component that you do throughout the entire year, grade 10 and grade 11, it is your tests and your tasks and your assignments, your projects, all of that stuff, okay, and your June examinations. All of this count 25% of the year, or 100 out of the 400. For matrics, it's slightly different. It's all your tasks and your assignments and your tests and your exams. Your June exams and your trial examinations count the 25% out of, so it's the 100 out of the 400. The trial exams count as part of the quarter. Your orals are paper 4, because in languages you have 4 papers. Paper 1, language, paper 2, literature, paper 3, creative writing, and then paper 4 are your orals. So your orals are actually a final examination. That's why it gets moderated externally. Like if you are registered at a school, like Department of Education will actually come and choose a select number of people to actually stand up and do their orals. Distance education, you record your orals, for example. And subjects where there is a PAT element, a PAT stands for practical assessment task, this PAT element counts 25% of the final examination, where the orals count 12.5% of the final examination. The final exam being 75%. I'll explain in the next video. It's very important that you understand this because your marks kind of depend on it.